Definitely one of my fucking moments. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm really loyal to the brand. I'm really loyal to my people. So um, there was a time where when when the industry was losing money and the market was going all nutty, and they were making cutbacks. Didn't lose my job. They were making cutbacks financially to people's salaries at the radio station. I'm like, I just had a kid, trying to, shit, you got a newborn, you trying to do whatever. So one of my fucking moments was like, well, if they cutting my salary, I'm gonna do some other shit on the side that doesn't have anything to do with radio. Relationship, had a good relationship with Rona, Russell Rudeau, and Ted Chung at Stampede Management. And I was like, hey, what y'all working on? And they was building out their staff and all this. I said, I like how y'all moving. Paraphrasing. And Rona was like, you should come in and have a meeting with us. I was like, cool. So they were looking for help at the time, and I was looking for help at the time. I'm like, let me do some other shit while I have downtime, you know what I'm saying? And that propelled me to work with their team, Stampede and Cashmere Agency, on like management level, and they were, Snoop Dogg is of course their flagship, but they were really building out something. So I had a chance. So I'm like, let me do this on the side. Like morning show radio was over at 10, and I'll probably leave the station at 12. So let me go over here and help Ronan and those guys and Ted Chung. So I was working there for a couple of years. The skill set of what I learned by working with Snoop and the team and on the management side, and they had me working with producers, and it was all like, felt like internship all over again. But to me, I was like, I'm learning certain, but they value, like on the other end, like on my end, I'm learning some new, but they probably on their end, they were like, we got Fuzzy. He knows he has relationships, and of course we were doing cool shit like by my reach. But I'm like, I think they looked at it on a bigger scale for them as a win. I'm looking at it as bigger skill for me as like, I'm learning some new shit, and it's putting me in a different corporate world. So it was like a win-win for both of us. But I knew that they were leaning on me for my contacts and reach, which is cool. But I was leaning on them for just to put me in a different room of doing new things. So when I say it was a fucking moment when I was frustrated with a certain thing that was going on at radio, it put me in to do something else. The biggest thing I've seen that changed or shifted the culture in the music industry was, hands down, digital music on iTunes. From records being used to be released on Tuesday, but now it's released on Friday. We don't have to mail out CDs or vinyl no more. We can just send an MP3 through an email or a share link, right? People complain about subscription services. Like I have Tidal, I have Spotify, I have Apple Music, I have YouTube Music. I pay for all that just because I have access to it, and I never, you never know what you're going to do, right? Back in the day, it was nothing for me to drop $100, $200 on CDs, or we just wanted to be like, and I'm like, damn, these people, y'all complain about $9? Like Jay-Z has his own streaming service, Tidal, and it sounds great. It's really a fun platform. Like, why not kick into that? It's like it's only $10. Like, I mean, when I say only, I'm just comparing it to what we used to spend back in the day on music. I want to support Jay-Z. I want to, Apple Music. That's where I started there on some streaming stuff. So I'm kind of loyal to that also. But I like the way Spotify has a playlist. Like, and I use all that. I'm like, if you would have told me in '94 that in the future you can only spend $10 and have access to all the music, I'm like, I can pull up Rakim, I can pull up Tribe, I can pull up Dr. Dre, like, and I can listen to it as many times as I want or download, like, what? Sign me up. That's one of the biggest things to me that as a music head, I like when I say digging in the crates, I like exploring new music. I do miss physically touching product and seeing artwork like up front and reading credits, but Tidal you can read credits on that, or I just it just baffles me. Like, we're in a digital streaming age now that everything's so accessible. YouTube is accessible, Vivo is accessible. Like, my research, and if I can hear one thing right now, and I can have it in my phone in the next 5 seconds, right? I just don't think people really realize how you have to the digital space of you researching is so key to me because I'm always like looking for new shit to listen to.